Hey, it's Mr. K, Chemistry 30, Unit C review, numeric response number 1. All right, we're looking at isomers. So the compounds that are isomers of the structural diagram that the student drew. So here is the diagram the student drew. Now, when you're doing isomers, the rule for isomers is they have to have the same molecular formula, but different structures. So if we look at this case, what I like to do when I'm doing this, instead of counting all of the hydrogens, I like to count the multiple bonds. Now, looking at this case, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons in the cyclobutane, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 total carbons. 8. Next, I like to count my multiple bonds. Now, a reminder, multiple bonds are a cyclo, that counts as a multiple, a double bond counts as a multiple, and a triple bond would count as 2 multiple bonds. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, I'll make a little note down here. If you think about the C8H formula. Now, for this thing to be completely saturated with hydrogens and no cyclos and no nothing, but like an alkane formula, you would double this number, so 8 becomes 16, and then you would add 2 to make it C8H18. That is no multiple bonds. But as soon as you go down by 2 hydrogens, you're introducing a multiple bond. Now, this could be a double, it could be a cyclo. If you keep going down, page 14, keep going down by 2, you keep getting multiple bonds. So now this could be a triple bond, or 2 double bonds, or a cyclo and a double, or 2 cyclos, all sorts of things. This is how I like to think of isomers. So looking at this one up here, I know that there are 8 carbons because I counted. I can see the 1 multiple bond. So the formula must be C8H16. Or an even better way to think of this is there are 8 carbons and there's 1 multiple bond. So then I go through this list, and the first thing I do is I count the carbons. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So everything has 8 carbons, that's not going to help. The next best way to do this is to count the multiple bonds. Now, here is octane, no multiple bonds. So that one is crossed out. Octene, that's a double bond. Hexene, that's a double bond. That's one multi, one multi. Those are both isomers. Hexane, no multiple bonds. Cyclohexane. Now, cyclo, that counts as a multiple. Cyclopropane, that's a multiple. So those are both isomers. Now, this benzene one can be tricky. Now, we show it with the circles or we show it like this. I like to think of it like this in its extended form, essentially, where you can see that the cyclo is 1, and then 1, 2, 3 more double bonds, meaning it has 4 multis. So then when I'm looking for this isomer, I found C8, 1 multi, and that's 2, 3, 5, and 6. Thanks for tuning in.